Few events in my life have given me so much pleasure as to come before you tonight to open formally the first television network in Africa.
It was in October 1959. This was the voice of late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the Premier of the Western region, at the beginning of television broadcast in Africa.
Western Nigeria television is already being emulated by other parts of this country, as well as a number of other African states.
That indeed goes to the beginning, when television was introduced to Nigeria, and it is also the first in Africa. The design then, as it was envisaged by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, as an influential medium, is in tandem with what the UN desired to have achieved with the observance of Television Day. To say the least, television is an influential medium in the Nigerian society. Apart from the education and entertainment, television helps to shape people's opinions and help government to make informed decisions.
So far, so good. It's been able to kind of impact on the society to some extent, but we can still do better.
This probably why the United Nations General Assembly on December 7, 1996 declared World Television Day to serve as a constant reminder on why governments, organizations and individuals should support the growth of television to continue to reflect the society correctly on salient issues. With the creation of states at the various historical times by the military, the need for state televisions became apparent. Television turned out to complement the function of radio. The Nigerian Television Authority broke out of the Siamese twins of the Federal Radio and Television Corporation in 1978 to begin the sole network television. For several years, there was no political will to allow private television broadcasting for fear of being turned to a means of vendetta. By 1992, former military President Ibrahim Babangida summoned the political will to promulgate Decree 38, which allowed private ownership of radio and television. The founders of Dar Communications leveraged on this new dispensation to establish the first private radio station, Ray Power FM, which midwifed the African Independent Television AIT. The broadcast space was therefore opened, creating opportunities for other private television stations.
At the onset of a particular station, in the case of Nigeria, you find out that the station comes with this aura of, yes, I want to take over the airwaves, and after a while, it succeeds in waking up other stations from slumber.
In 57 years, television has gone through various stages of metamorphosis, and how has this impacted on the society?
For example, you talk about elections. Television have been able to help us monitor on the go happenings on the hour of what's going on, who is saying what, who is doing what, who is winning, who is not winning. We're also able to see visuals, it's not just hearing unlike radio. So I think one is a source of information, two is a source of education, a greater source of education.
The United Nations this year is beaming its searchlight on news footage on humanitarian crises, documentaries, and how the UN Security Council has responded to global crises. The role of television in Nigeria and how well it has also covered the crisis, especially the insurgents over the years, has also been an issue.
TV stations have not gone to some of these liberated LGAs to give us pictures of what is, where we are currently, the successes the military is claiming to have had. The TV stations should lay credence to it if you're able to have pictorials. The interventions that the humanitarian actors are, undertaking out there, the television, the visuals, if you get the visuals and live coverage of some of them, not necessarily live coverage, I mean you cover it and able to show it, it will speak volume.
The World Television Day, no doubt, plays back to mind the role of the media, government and the people in maintaining world peace and development. Roluke Ogundele, AIT News, Abuja.